Now, if you're like me, you don't eat to live, you live to eat. I'm Tom Dalton from the Emmy Award-winning PBS television program Under the Radar, Michigan. And if you're a bona fide foodie, you gotta follow me to this place. Now, pay attention, because this is important. If you walk from the north, south to the western part of Detroit's Eastern Market, you know what you'll find? You'll find a great piece of pizza, that's what.
I love Supino's Pizza!
Supino Pizzeria has become a literal legend in these parts, partly because Dave Mancini is a real Italian, partly because he serves up real good pizza, but mostly because he really cares about this city.
So it's funny that you'd be working on dough right now, because to me, dough is the most important part of the pizza.
I agree with you. Your pizza's never gonna be any better than your dough. If you got amazing toppings, amazing cheese, and crappy dough, your pizza's gonna be crappy.
How did you perfect your dough?
I spent many years, actually, just screwing around at home. It was a hobby at first. Right. I had a little KitchenAid mixer on my countertop, and I would just mix a batch of dough pretty much every day.
Doing R&D?
Years. Yeah, pretty much, and just feeding it to my friends and family, just kind of screwing around, and then I did it so much, it got to the point where people were like, you know, why aren't you selling this stuff? And, you know, but there's a lot of little factors, a lot of little variables that go into pizza dough.
Right. Where'd the name Supino's come from?
So Supino is the name of my father's hometown. He was born in a tiny little village outside of Rome and moved here when he was 10. And I had the chance to go back there when I was in graduate school, actually.
I was going to ask you, what inspired you to open a pizza place? Was it just your love of Italian food, the fact that you are Italian? Actually, you're Italian, you're all probably tall.
Well, I think I was in graduate school for physical therapy, and I put my way through school in restaurants. I worked in restaurants, and I realized that I liked the restaurant work way more than I liked the graduate school work. And pizza just, yeah, you know, I had some great stuff when I was in Supino, and it sort of inspired this whole thing. I just, you know, over the course of, it took me about 7 years from the time that I went to Supino to opening the front door of this place. So.
Well, now there's New York pizza, there's Chicago pizza. Would you call, is this Italian pizza?
This is my favorite style of pizza, and it's related to New York. It's inspired by some of the things that my family does with their pizza, but when I first opened, there wasn't anybody in Detroit doing thin crust.
Now, one thing there's never a shortage of at Supino is happy, hungry people. It seems like every time I'm here, the place is packed, and that's a good thing. It's the kind of energy you want to feel, and the fact that it's in the heart of bustling Eastern Market makes the whole experience that much better.
What made you come to the Eastern Market to open your place?
I kind of fell backwards into that. It was real lucky. I was looking around for spots. I've lived in Detroit since the late 90s, and I knew I wanted to do something down here. And it just, I got real lucky. It's one of those things, I was looking around for years, kind of losing hope, didn't think I'd really find a good spot, and it just, the absolute perfect spot just finally opened up, just because I was...
Well, this is perfect for so many reasons, because the crowds that come down here, and not to mention all the fresh produce that's over there.
It is. It's a great situation for a restaurant. I mean, you've got great stuff right across the street to go buy. There's people here every Saturday, and when we first opened up, we were busy on Saturday, but no other days. Yeah. And then we got real busy, and then we started telling people, hey, you don't want to wait, come out on the weekdays. And then the weekdays started building up, and it just was a, you know, cyclical. Over time, everything just built up, and it's, yeah, business has been better and better every year since we opened.
So if you're in the market for a great piece of pizza, get down to Eastern Market and just say the name Supino. They'll point you in the right direction.